Now we're gonna kick it out today with our guest. Like I said, he's a guest. Is de aquí del Valle. He's from the Valley. His genre of music is country. And today in the studio, we are honored to have our good friend Shaun Mecca.
Hey, what's going on? Thank y'all for having me, man.
What's up, carnal?
Bienvenido.
Oye, like I said, man, it's our first time doing a country artist. So I mean, I'm a
wait,
fan.
Wait. Whoa.
What's up?
What do you mean doing a country artist?
Oh, shit, se yo mal.
Yeah.
Ya ves, mejor habla español, güey. En English.
Wait a minute. What kind of podcast is this?
Where
It's
are we?
one of a kind.
Where are we going with this?
Primero que nada,
Salud.
we got to do a little cheers.
Salud,
I wanna thank you, Shaun, for thinking of us and bringing us a little refreshments today.
Yes, sir.
We're not sponsored by Mecca, but hopefully, if they watch this video, maybe we can get a little sponsorship going for
that'd
us.
be great for y'all, man. Heck yeah.
Either that or they'll tell you to drop the video.
Yeah. No andes poniendo videos de nosotros. Carnal, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just enjoying this cold beer here.
Órale.
So, and then just hanging out with you guys. So
I was telling you right now off the air, it always makes me feel like it's the weekend already when I hear that sound like yeah, it's like it's
man.
Friday, baby.
it's a beautiful sound.
But now it's hump day today. We're recording on a Wednesday, so we're gonna pretend that it's Friday, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay with me.
Ahorita
That's cool.
prendemos el asador y todo.
We'll see what your boss says tomorrow, though.
No shit, right? No, saludos to all my fellow truck drivers over at Precinct 3. Saluditos. Shaun, pues let's start from the beginning, man. First of all, where are you from originally?
I was born in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
So I was born in Dallas, raised in Donna, Texas.
Órale.
So
Redskins.
the Redskin, put them maroon and gold. So.
Es todo.
What
carnal.
was the mascot in Dallas?
No. Well,
No mascot.
I wasn't like raised out there. So.
Oh, you were just born over
Just
here.
born.
And then,
Born out there, yeah.
Okay, got you.
Órale.
Yeah. So, but I was raised out here in the valley. So
Te viniste
Nice.
chavalón pa' acá, pa' el Valle.
maybe like 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you made your life all here in the Valley.
Yeah.
Raised all out here. So
Órale.
Yeah.
So how did you get started in music? Was that as like since you were a child?
When he was 2 years old, he
When I
just
was
such
2
a-
years
Chinga, ya salió cantando.
back in 1999, man, that's when it really kicked off for me, man. I was maybe like 12 years old, 13 years old, somewhere around there.
Really?
And it started really with like the rap and the hip hop stuff, and back in the day, everybody wanted to be a rapper, so I started in that. You know what I mean? So I grew up doing that from 99 all the way to about when COVID hit. So I did it for all those years. I did a lot of touring too. I toured with Bone Thugs and Harmony, toured with Lil Wayne too.
Really?
Who else did I tour with? I opened up for a lot of big artists also. So, yeah.
Nice.
And this was doing hip hop.
Yeah. This was the hip hop stuff.
Órale.
So it's just it never took off like I wanted it to. You know what I mean? So COVID hit, and I used that opportunity to be like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up right now. I'm getting a little older. Yeah. The hip hop stuff is not,
Can't break dance no more.
my knees were giving out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I wanted to do something that resonated with myself, with the people that I was hanging around with, my coworkers and stuff like that. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a fellow blue collar guy, just like you. So you know what I mean? I wanted to do more stuff like that. You know what I mean? I grew up listening to country all my life. My mom had it blasting everywhere. You know what I mean? So. And she always told me, "Is like you need to do more Clint Black stuff, more George Strait music, not that rap stuff." Yeah. So
Parents just don't understand.
yeah, exactly.
Will Smith.
Yeah. So, but yeah, COVID hit, and I took that opportunity to switch it up, and it took off, man. TikTok was the one who blew it up for me. So
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Órale. I told you right off the air that I'm normally, especially when it's a new artist that I've never talked to or met before, I try not to do too much research because I feel that it takes away from the conversation. But listening to you talk right now and saying the level of artists that you've toured with, I mean you've been in the big time, brother.
Yeah.
I mean you've been around. And I really want to talk about all that. But where does music, like actual music, kick in with you? Like, was there like an influence at home? Was there somebody who was a singer, played guitar?
I had a few like family members who sang, but they're in Mexico.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they really. I mean, I wasn't really raised around them, but you know what I mean? It's just...
You mean as far as the blunt line, like with the music, you feel that it came from
there.
them?
You know what I mean? It's just, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't raised around them, or I wasn't around them at all. it's just something that I wanted to do. And I mean, since there's pictures of me growing up with headphones on or earbuds in my ears, just 24/7. You know what I mean? Even now, like my boss gets after us at work. Hey, you take off those damn AirPods. You know what I mean? Like,
you got the distraction.
I'm listening to music 24/7. Like even to go to bed. You know what I mean? So it's just something that I've always wanted to do. I've always dreamt about being on a stage. Always dreamt about just performing and just putting the music that I wanted to do out to the world. You know what I mean? So,
of course.
But that's just something. That's pretty much where it came from. You know what I mean?
So it just evolved into, I imagine, at school you had friends that you would get together with, and
yeah. So
because you said you started with rap first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously there was a bunch of we started off with battle rapping. Yeah. Everybody wanted to battle rap against each other, and it turned into, hey, let's start a group. So I had a group called D City back in the day. So, and we would just go around performing in different spots, and that's how I came across my boy Quez over here. So
yeah, I want to send a shout out to Quez, who's in the studio today. Quez Black.
How many battles did he lose? How many battles did you lose, bro? Come on, be straight.
I don't even know if he was a battle rapper, but I mean, it's just like I came across him like at shows and events and stuff like that. So back in the day, we was performing outside of houses and on the grass and in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like that was the show. Like those were the big shows to us back in the day. So,
and I think there's some they serve as some of the best memories, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely identify myself with that. I mean, I can just remember when we started playing with our band.
You were fights, bro. You were like chingazos.
Chingazos, right?
Well, you weren't. You were the one on the floor getting all
getting all beat up.
Now, it reminds me of like the breakdance battles. You would throw your cardboard and just breakdance. I guess it's sort of the same thing where you just kind of.
You saw that here? Did you ever see something like that here in Alton?
Yeah, bro. We used to do it.
Really? Yeah. I missed that.
I was part of that. I could never breakdance, but I always tried.
Orale. Well, before Jesse interrupted me so abruptly, I was gonna say that I felt the same way, pero when we would play like at our friends' parties or whatever, or la tía or la prima, that they were gonna have like a backyard party. Y pues, they couldn't afford a band, so we were there like, los chavalitos que se vengan a tocar, and that was us, man. Pero it was some of the best memories that I have. Your first gigs, you're all nervous and shit. You want to do a good performance. So I always think of those moments as like some of the best moments in music with me.
They really were. There was a lot of learning experience too. Man, so that really came along with it. So.
Yeah, and it's weird that you mentioned, the whole battle scene because, to be quite honest, as far as, rap and hip hop and especially the battle, for me, when I saw the movie 8 Mile, that was kind of the first time that I was introduced to something like that.
Yeah, and when that came out, that's when everybody wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to do, rap music and stuff like that.
But it's something that had been going on forever. Like it was, especially in big cities, like it was like a street thing where... you'd go and challenge the guy from the other neighborhood and shit, right? It got crazy.
But what year was it that 8 Mile came out?
2006 or 2005? No, maybe 2004.
I think it was a little earlier, bro.
I was still in high school. I graduated 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but the movie came out. Obviously, it was Eminem's life, right? Which means he's bringing up. Let's say 2003, right? For time's sake.
Yeah.
He's bringing it up in 2003, but that actually happened in the
90s.
In the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So when you said 8 Mile came out, it started that whole trend again?
I mean, it started the trend of wanting to become a rapper.
Okay.
Just like the 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying,
right.
or Hustle and Flow.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so like a lot of those movies, actually all those movies came out within the, that same time frame.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
So... Everybody was just like, well,
everybody with
drop
the
a
Euros,
mixtape.
porque andaba Fast and the Furious también, ¿no?
Yeah, man. Everybody wanted to drop albums and mixtapes. So
yeah, it's weird how Hollywood culture influences a lot of the shit that goes down. But the reason I was mentioning 8 Mile was because, well, of course, like I said, that's when I got introduced to it. But obviously, it's something that if you were doing it before. It's something that I mean, at least like I said before, I hadn't seen the breakdance here in the Valley, of course the battling and todo eso. It was I had never seen it, but probably because I was so much into the music grupero scene. So of course, it's a totally different
Your
world.
whole P dance world.
Yeah, it's very different. But that's badass, man. I mean, I think it serves, again, like I said before, the Valley is a melting pot of cultures, man. And different styles of music, and I think people embrace that, and I think that's a really cool thing, man.
For sure.
I think you hit the whole transition in perfect timing. I mean, you said TikTok helped.
Oh yeah.
But there's something about a Latino country singer that's booming right now, bro. Yeah. And I mean, if you play your cards right, you'll get there, man.
Everybody's doing country.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
I think even what's his name? El regional mexicano,
Karin Leon.
Karin Leon.
Yeah.
He's been tapping into country. I know he was out in Nashville doing some collaborations.
Yeah, but there's been several, right, that have been coming up. Yeah. Latinos.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's good, man. So Tamos, you were in high school. You were doing the whole battle thing. With hip hop.
Well, it's not necessarily the battle thing. The battle thing was more like during high school time, like during school time, like we would go, everybody would gather around and just battle each other and stuff like that. And outside of school, it was just like, okay, we're gonna put a mixtape together, we're gonna put an album together. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was really about trying to make something happen with the music stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Besides the battle rap stuff at school. So I mean, that stuff was for fun. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So Shaun, at what point does it go from doing that in high school to actually, start getting serious about it, creating demos, and when did the touring come about?
That happened after high school. All right. And in 2006, that's when I decided to really I'm going to take it serious. I'm going to, see how far we could push it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the touring didn't really come about to around, I want to say about 2008. That was the first tour that I ever did. That was with Lil Wayne in 2008. Right. So...
But by then, you had already been making noise around here? Like, what, you already had music on the airwaves?
Yeah. It's just,
because we're talking, you said 2000, what?
2008.
Yeah. So Facebook was already, full throttle, right?
It was barely popping off.
Okay, so
it was around.
Yeah.
But it was more for the college students.
Yeah. So you say MySpace was more of a platform
MySpace
for what you were doing?
Yeah. So we're hitting the MySpace scene around this time.
So how did you get hooked up with Lil Wayne?
I had signed a deal. It was a shitty deal. I'm not going to mention
the
person.
It always is.
But it was a shitty deal. The guy got me linked up with Lil Wayne's touring manager. Mm-hmm. So we ended up doing 4 or 5 different cities here in Texas with him. So, and this was during the time that he got caught at the checkpoint. Around that time, I don't know if you remember back in the day when he came down here, he performed down here, and that night when he left, he got busted at the checkpoint.
With weed already?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it was around that time. So, yeah.
How odd, right? A rapper that had weed, that's weird.
Nah, it never happens.
No. They do that stuff?
That's cool, man. So how was that experience, man? Yeah, being on tour. I mean, aside from the fact that it was a shitty deal and everything.
It was funny because I never got to meet Lil Wayne. It was always from a distance because he was battling this gun charge that he had in New York. So around that time, everybody was just so distant from him. He was like distant from everybody. He didn't want nobody around him. So yeah. So I never really I only got to see him from a distance, when he would come out of his dressing room or go back to his dressing room, and that was about it. Or when he would get on stage. So yeah. That's
so weird, right? Yeah. That people would probably see the cartel. I mean, where they would announce it, right? That's what they call them, right? Los flyers y todo eso. Yeah. And see you and think man, they probably hang out backstage and shit y todo.
Never got to meet him.
Yeah.
Nope.
I heard a very similar story not too long ago. With the guys from there's a band called Molotov. It's a rock Mexican band from Mexico. They opened up a few concerts for Guns N' Roses when Guns N' Roses went to Mexico, and everybody's like, man, these dudes probably kicked it backstage and they were partying and shit. Nada que ver. They interviewed a few of the Molotov guys and they asked them that, and they're like, nah, bro, no, you can't. I mean, especially Axl Rose, he had all this security with him. You couldn't even look at him bien mamones. And it's wow, that's the industry for you, man. You see one thing on the outside, but it's something totally different.
A lot of these guys that I got to open up for, we rarely got to meet them. Yeah. We would rarely get to meet them. Yeah. It was just nope, you guys got to go back out front, or you guys got to go back to your dressing room. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's a rare thing when you get to really hang out backstage.
But it's the complete opposite in our side of of the music, no? Like if you go, I don't know, tour with Pegaso, I'm pretty sure you are gonna get to hang out with the guys and whatnot. Yeah. It's totally different.
Yeah, pues I mean, I think most of those guys, they do it because of the industry they're in. You know, when you're in hip hop normally or rap, like como dices tú, he was battling a court case.
So he wanted to keep everybody away from him.
But you get paranoid, you know. You don't know who's there to fuck with you or something. So está cabrón.
Yeah.
But that's a cool thing, man. Oye, carnal, entonces you did that until what you said until the COVID hit.
Until COVID hit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all those years you were active, making.
Yeah, I mean, I would travel myself. Also, I would book shows, or I would get booked for events and stuff like that. But I wasn't getting paid.
Okay.
That was just something that I was just like doing a lot, just out of my own time, my own money. You know what I mean? Like, because hip hop and rap is so difficult. It's so difficult to tap into, especially if you're wanting to get paid. It's like everybody is doing it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's really hard.
There's a lot of competition out there.
There's a lot of competition.
That's crazy,
you know what I mean? So I mean, country's the same way.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this worked out for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like COVID hit, and I used it to my full to its full potential, man. Just like putting out videos on TikTok. Everybody was on TikTok. Everybody was home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm putting out content all the time. Yeah, all the time. And it was just moving. It was blowing up. So
and all this was through TikTok.
Yeah.
Badass, man. So when you make this transition to, you said you decided to go into country. What was the first step?
It was just.
Were your fans freaking out?
No, I mean, all these fans they're all new fans. They're all people who didn't know who I was.
Okay. No, but I mean your hip hop fans, like,
and you know what? A lot of the older fans, they're around my age, so they grew up listening to George Strait, Garth Brooks. So it's like they were used to having, those people on their playlist, along with, Bone Thugs and SPM and stuff like that.
It wasn't a big deal to the point for them to say, I'm not going to follow you anymore.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They were not that hardcore to where...
They became, actually they stayed fans, you know what I mean? Just, they just transitioned. The music just changed.
Yeah.
So...
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. And as far as the country, what was the music you were putting out? Is it all originals or?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
You write all your stuff. So you're a composer.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I get with different producers or different. Let's say let's say I need a guitarist. I'll get with a guitarist to do the riff of a song, and then we'll just build around that. You know what I mean? A lot of the drums that we use they're electric drums. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
Really?
Yeah.
Like samples and synthetic
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's a very common thing nowadays. Yeah. I mean, especially with if you're trying to get that big sound and you're like on a budget, of course we can all. And I mean, with us it's the same thing. I mean, it's very hard to get into a big professional studio, so you do what you can. I mean, it's the studio what you're seeing here. This is where we'll create all our stuff, man. All our music.
Yeah.
And and some people freak out like, I thought y'all like did like a studio. Like, pues we wish, man. I mean, if we could, we would. Pero pues we've had to, mainly because of the budget, we've had to learn to do a lot of things. Especially Jesse, he's the one that's more crafty with the software and all that.
Nice.
And I want to send a shout out to our keyboard player, Gregory too, who does a big part of that as well. And we all put our 5 cents, of work into it, and it's not paying off yet. Like you said, it's a very hard industry to live off of it.
It is.
But it's looking very promising. So, what was the first song you composed for country, bro? Or the first that it made noise on the
way down.
It was honestly, it was a shitty song.
Okay.
Yeah, like the first song that I ever really tried to, like the first country song I ever tried to do was super shitty. I don't remember what it was, but I know it was a fucking shitty song.
Right.
So that stayed in the vault, and I went back and forth between the country and the hip hop stuff. You know what I mean? I still would put out, a couple of rap songs here and there. Right. And then I started with this song called Beer Drinking SOB. So when I dropped Beer Drinking SOB, that's more like a country hip hop song.
Right.
So when I put that out, that's the first song that actually took off for me. Like, it hit the first few days, like, I want to say maybe like the first few days it hit maybe like 100,000, 200,000 views. And I was just like, shit, this shit is moving. Like, it's like people are using the song, and like people are like putting it, like they're lip syncing the song and stuff like that. So by the end of the week, we had almost 800,000 views on the song.
Jeez.
So I was like, shit, like okay, this is the genre right here. This is what I'm gonna stick to.
So you went. I'm gonna put it like this. You went from a shitty rap deal to a shitty first country song. To meeting middle ground with hip hop and country, and that's what worked.
And it worked. So I mean, and you know, I started doing the country rap mix from there. You know, and then. I've never been, you know, I've never considered myself a great singer or anything like that. Like I just try to sing as best as I can. So, I started tapping into like trying to do like an actual country song. So when I first did it, that's when we came out with this song called "Taste Like Tequila." So "Taste Like Tequila" was put out maybe 4 years ago. Was it 4 years ago? And to this day, it's still getting like. People are posting it on their TikTok. People are still using it. Like it's still like my number one song that people like request whenever, and they're singing along at the shows, and it blows my mind.
Tastes like tequila.
Yeah, Tastes Like Tequila.
You want to talk about that song? Like what is it like? Where did it come from?
It's pretty much just like, I mean, you meet a woman at a bar.
Who is it talking about?
I want to meet this woman. Where's she at?
Her name is Tequila.
I like her already.
Excuse me. You meet a woman at a bar. You guys are having a good time. She's been down in a couple of tequila shots all night. And you end up on the dance floor. Yeah. You end up kissing the girl, and her lips happen to taste like tequila. Okay, you know what I mean? Right. So that's pretty much what the song's about.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
You guys make one that says "tastes like vomit."
I've been there.
I've had a cousin go through that.
Damn. That's badass. So that was, man. You could say that was your first country hit.
Yeah, that was the first one that actually like were with me singing. You know what I mean? So, and from there it just took off. Like I wanted to do more. Like, okay, I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do another one. And recently, because for the past few years I've been just dropping just like country, you know, actual country songs. Yeah. And just last Friday we just dropped a country rap song again. It's called Wild Out. So that one just got dropped last week. So,
all right.
Yeah.
How do you feel with that fusion? Do you feel comfortable?
I love it, man.
You're the best of both worlds for you, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, because you could, I could pull up to a show, perform, and I'm gonna have the ladies going crazy, and I'm gonna have the guys wanting to party with me. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I want to fucking party with you. You know what I mean? Like shit like that, you know?
That's the vibe you give out with the music. That's badass, man.
For sure, man.
And when you perform, you do it with a live band or you have
right now it's just me, myself, and my boy Quez.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and my DJ Hill Gatsby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orale.
Yeah, so it's different, and I tell people it's a different country vibe because you're not going to see a full band right now. Yeah. But you're going to leave wanting to hear more. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're going to leave singing along. Like, you know what? I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to go listen to that fucking song right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
you're getting your name out there. And, I mean, people, especially when it's a good jam and you know, it stays in their mind. Especially, there's just something about drinking songs that people identify with.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the fact that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are going through, you know, shit, whether it's a breakup or whatever. But there's something always about a drinking song that it just makes you feel good, man. Especially if you're in that, you got that vibe going on, and you with your buddies, and you know you're drinking a few beers, and it just feels good, man.
I try to do, you know, like some feel good drinking songs. I try to do some sad songs also because I've noticed that hits a lot also. So I go based off of personal experiences and you know, past experience and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So and it resonates a lot with a lot of people. Like you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh, I've been through that shit before. You know what I mean? So
that's cool, man. And as far as your influences for country, I know you mentioned Clint Black and Garth Brooks, George Strait.
Of course, you know, like the old school '90s guys. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of new guys that I like to listen to. Right. Morgan Wallen, Gavin Adcock. Shoot, man. There's Keith. ¿Cómo se llama? I was gonna say Keith Urban, but Keith Urban también.
Yeah.
But man, just like a lot of new guys that I like to listen to also, man.
Yeah.
That they influence a lot of the stuff that I do. Yeah. So.
I know there's Cole Wetzel who's making a lot of noise too, and the reason I heard about him was like I said, Joey Jams was here not too long ago. Shout out para Joey Jams Jimenez for being here on the podcast. But he mentioned him being on tour with him as a drummer.
Yeah.
And he mentioned how it was such a different world. I mean, coming from the Tejano norteño, you know, style that he's used to playing, going to that, like he's like, man, the crowds, it's crazy, man.
They get wild, man.
It's crazy because you think country and you think like cowboys and just chill. Nope. Y nada que ver, you know. Maybe they was like that back in the day. I don't know. But ahorita nowadays, like people have been it's like a weird mix of just different people that are into country, man.
It's a lot of young people.
Yeah.
A lot of young people pull up to the shows and they get fucked up and they get, you know what I'm saying, they get rowdy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and you know, so a lot of the times they start throwing bottles and they start fight. We just had a fight at one of my shows in San Antonio. Ooh. Yeah. So they get rowdy. Yeah. They get real rowdy.
But I think as an artist, when you're up there, I mean, it's never happened to us before. I know for sure it's never happened to me. But as an artist, you kind of have the I don't want to say the power, but you kind of have like the power influence. The influence to, hey guys, chill out, man. You know, we're here.
I'm gonna take my pants off. One of the two.
Yeah, and it can go both ways because a unos, like some artists les vale madre and they'll start going with it. And like you know, and it gets more crazy, and that's when you know you have.
And in our case, what they do is they hand you the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh well, you see now that's another thing too. By the end of the intro of the song of like the first 5 minutes of the show, I'll have fucking like 2 or 3 shots on stage, fucking 10, 15 bottles of beer on the stage just waiting for me. I'm like, crazy, bro, man. I am not drinking all of these by myself. Yeah, man. It gets pretty crazy. And he'll tell you, man. He'll tell you it gets pretty fucking wild.
That's crazy, man. No, ahorita when you were mentioning about how people identify a lot with, especially with the sad stories, I know for sure is like I mentioned off the air, pues I did trucking for 10 years, man, on the road. And I know there was moments when you know, when George Strait was out there with me, man, especially with those old school jams, what's that song called? Amarillo by Morning. Yep. And I'm not too good with the titles, but there's this one where he's on the phone with his wife, and the wife's like, hey, you know, there's someone new, and he ain't a rodeo man.
What's a rodeo clown?
No. I know rodeo clown, but it's not that one. It's the one that goes,
sure ain't no rodeo man.
Yeah. It's Rodeo Clown?
I think it's Rodeo Clown.
No. It's I Can Still Make Cheyenne.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is that what it's that's what it's called, right? I Can Still Make Cheyenne?
Yeah.
Man, when I would hear those jams, and at that moment in time, I mean, I was going through a situation myself with my marriage, and it was like, man, that song just hits the spot, bro.
A lot of songs do.
You know, especially when you're out there on the road and shit. He says, wow, like I mean, they make for very good storytelling, man.
Yeah.
And you know, for a long time, to me, country was like, that's boring music, you know. I couldn't, but I guess you just gotta get to, maybe it's the age or the experiences you've had, you know.
And I was gonna say something like that. I was gonna say, I think it's based off of your experiences, your life experiences, and you resonating so much with what that guy is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like, damn, he's going through the same shit, or he's singing about my life.
Yeah,
you know
I know what that guy was feeling when he wrote that song.
It's making it 10 times worse. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, I got to hear that song again and again and again. So
yeah.
Pues es como dicen, el country es el corrido gringo, pretty much.
Pretty much, man. There's ¿cómo se llama? There's a guy that I used to follow a lot. I'm sure you've heard of him. Se llama Kid Rock.
Oh yeah.
I was a big fan of his early stuff.
Yeah.
Pero it's weird how he kind of did the same fusion, but with rock, country and rock. But sure enough, with time, is it the ghost?
You can open the door a little quicker. It'll squeak less.
Un saludo para Brenda Blanco, who's in the studio as of right now. Bienvenida. What was I? Oh yeah, Kid Rock. But sure enough, with time, if you listen to his music nowadays, he went country big time.
Oh yeah, man.
Especially he moved down to Nashville. Y como que he got that influence, and
it's real good. Have you heard some of the new stuff?
I haven't.
Oh man,
¿Sí está buena las rolas? Yeah, and here's a guy from Detroit, you know, who is, you know, in his and when he started back in the 90s, like he was all hip hop. You know, I think Eminem wanted to battle him once.
Yeah.
There's a story about Eminem.
Oh, but they're from Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's a story about Eminem looking for him because Kid Rock was already up and coming. You know, I think he had a deal or something, but as a rapper. Okay. So Eminem was like that kind of guy. What they call, he was out chopping heads, man. Yeah. Like anybody who was a rapper up and coming, iba y lo buscaba. Hey, I want to battle you. You know, I want to show you that I'm better than you. Yeah. And Kid Rock was like, hey, I don't do that shit. You know, I write my lyrics. I don't improvise.
Yeah. But he was a DJ también.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
exactly.
a DJ,
so it's weird. The reason I mentioned that is because it was weird to me. You know, somebody who started in hip hop kind of gravitated to rock as well, and then ended up in country. Yeah, that was them. That's, you know, he got kind of got the best of all the worlds. You know, especially in those genres. Yeah. Pero sí, shout out to Kid Rock. Hopefully he makes it out to the podcast someday. That'd be a cool chat. Oye, carnal, so you said that COVID hit. Your country career kind of took off there. Yeah. Where are we at today, man? What are you doing?
Are you out on the road, man? Always on the road.
Orale.
And it's been beautiful, man. Just I got a lot of songs that are just sitting in the vault, so I'm slowly putting them out as singles. Right. You know what I mean? So I mean, albums are okay. It's just nowadays everybody just wants singles. Nobody's paying attention to albums unless you're Drake or George Strait. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody just wants to sing. Everybody just wants to hear the next song.
That's definitely happening in every genre. I know for sure in ours, man. Yeah. Me and Jesse, we come from the 90s era where you would, you know, like you said, you would go into the studio.
You come from the 90s.
Cálmate, chavalón. And you work your ass off, you know, 10, 12 songs, and you put them out, and you wait and see, you know, which one works. And now, like you say, it's very different. No, now it's more
you pretty, especially because everything is so social media based.
Yeah.
So it's like you put something out and you want to see the reaction from the crowd first, from social media. Yeah. What is that going to do to them? You know what I mean? Like, is that going to move the needle? Yeah. You know what I mean? So. And it's like that song that Tastes Like Tequila song, the one I was telling you about that I put out a couple years ago. Yeah. If I put that out right now, it's going to hit 12, 13, 14,000 views within a day. If I put out another song that I have, it's going to hit like 1,000. You know what I mean? So it just all depends. Like, people want to hear certain things, you know what I'm saying?
It's such a mind game, bro, to figure out, you know. I've heard so many stories from, you know, big rock artists, even from hip hop, where they would make albums and they have these songs or these albums where they're trying to complete it and they're like a song short. Yeah. And then they come up with some fast song and they're like, just throw it in there, you know, just get the album complete. And that's the one that ends up being the hit. Yeah. And it's such a crazy thing because, you know, you can break your head trying to come up with a hit, but you just never know what people are going to be into. Yeah. You know, you just, as an artist, as a creator, you just try to, you know, put your heart into it and make sure that it's legit. And then just hope for the best as far as the public.
And I think the best part is just the creation process. Yeah. That is the best part of the whole music thing, is just being in the studio, writing something down. Is just like how can I say it? Like, you're going to write something down and you're like, damn, this sounds fucking good on this beat, or this sounds good on this guitar riff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I think that whole creation process is what really drives me in music in general. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the process is the best part.
So you would say that if you could be in the studio 24/7, you'd be down to do that?
I'd quit my job.
You'd have no problem with doing that. Oh, yeah, speaking of jobs, man, I know right now off the cameras, we were definitely talking about that, and I mean, of course, a lot of people think, man, you're in a band or you're singing, you probably make a good living, and they don't realize that, you know, it's a tough gig. And like most people, I mean, and I'm one of them, you know, we have to have our jobs and do our, like you said, our blue collar
work
lifestyle, man. Oh, yeah. It happens. You happen to be a truck driver as well, también.
Yeah,
right?
I do trucking and I do road paving and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've probably run into you out there, man. I'm with Hidalgo County. I'm a truck driver. I know you were mentioning that you do a lot of runs over to the landfill in Edinburgh, and I'm there every day, so I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, we've encountered each other. Pero I mean, I would say that at this point for me, trucking, it's like my second passion, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it for 10 years out on the road. And when it was time to come back and focus on the band and the podcast, I couldn't see myself in an office or working at, you know, at a Home Depot or shit like that. I knew I had to stand behind the wheel. So, I mean, gracias a Dios, I was fortunate to do that, and that's what I'm doing.
It's funny, man, because I drive at work, and then we get on the road, and I'm driving too.
Yeah. So yeah, you're used to it, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I always say that if we ever make it big, I'm probably gonna be the bus driver. I mean,
I got a guy who helps me drive. So
yeah.
I mean, just because he's the most cautious one, because he's not the fastest one.
Oh no, I take my time.
Yeah, he takes his time getting to places, but he's very cautious, so I give him that.
See, no, I gotta get there safe. Safety first, as they say in the workforce industry. This
vehicle is only governed to 65.
Yeah. It happens a lot, man.
Me duermo.
No, pues cheers. Man, I think I'm enjoying this conversation. Like I said, it's a new world, at least to me. I'm pretty sure to Jesse as well. But like I said in the beginning, man, I always enjoy meeting new people. Especially with music, man.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing you can do as an artist or as a podcaster, which is what we're doing today, is to be closed-minded and say, "Oh, I only do this style of music," or "I only interview." No, man. I think the audience likes surprises, man.
Oh yeah.
So I like to always, flip the coin with those type of themes and different people to interview. Hell yeah. Very good.
Did you used to dress differently when you were in the hip hop world?
Oh, yeah. Backwards hat. I mean, you know what? Sometimes I still wear a backwards hat.
Okay.
Stage, occasionally.
Okay.
You know what I
but
mean?
were you like with the baggy jeans type? No. Okay.
Yeah. No, but I would dress a lot different. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for when you were doing rap, were you doing your own music as well? You were writing your own stuff?
Yeah. Still, I was writing.
And what would you say that your as they say, your niche was as far as writing with hip hop?
I don't know, man. Honestly, it was.
Was it personal experiences?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them were personal experiences. Right. Also, I mean, it's pretty much the same process. You know what I mean? It's just I wouldn't. You know what? The process is almost the same because I don't write. I don't type anything down or write anything down. Mm-hmm. I freestyle. Mm-hmm. So like I'll set up there in my room and. Let's say I come up with the first bar of a song. I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna record it, and I come up with the next bar and I'm gonna record it. Go to the next one and do the same thing. So I don't really write anything down as far as that.
Right.
So
You feel that eases more your creative process.
Me, yeah.
To make something more authentic, that speaks more for you.
Yeah.
I've never been a big writer myself, but as far as I mean, I'm a drummer. That's what I do with the band.
Can barely read.
I can barely read. Exactly. Hey, you're not so good yourself, Jesse. So
can't read.
Hey, I read all the lyrics from all the songs. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you think you do. You read them all backwards and shit. But that's a different story. But as far as my creative process for drumming, I'm kind of the same way. Like especially when we go into the studio, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do, but. Like we were talking about the songs, the composing a while ago, you never know what's going to work. Sometimes the simplest thing you do or something that kind of happened by accident, and just you'll be like, that's the one. I'm like, but I did that by accident. That's the one, man. That sounds good. So we stick to that. Yeah. So it's that I kind of try to not have a creative process, just to be open, of course have an idea what the song is going to be like, but be aware that it may change, and it's not going to be exactly the way I was planning it. And I got to say, I mean, I'm happy so far. I'm happy with the results of everything we've been doing. Yeah. So
well, there's always a sequence to things. It's the transitions of how you get to those sequences what makes art.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You always want to keep the artistic side of it. I mean, I think that's what makes it fun, carnal.
Yeah.
When you get too monotone and too like square about it, it's because I gotta go in with the verse and then the pre-chorus and then the chorus y todo eso.
I don't like to be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't like to be perfect. You know what I mean? I've been around a lot of artists that like, it just has to be like this, or it has to be like this, it has to be like this. Like, bro, it's like just have fun with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just have fun with it.
I've even heard them call it rules. There's rules to how to put a song together, but man, I don't know. Those rules are meant to be broken.
Oh yeah.
Well, some of the best hits were precisely made that way by people who said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna cater to what your structure producer is saying."
And you know who was pretty big on that? Michael Jackson.
Really?
Michael Jackson had a lot of mistakes in his songs.
But they were beautiful mistakes.
But they were good mistakes. You know what I mean? They were like, I mean, obviously to listeners, they're not going to catch on. Yeah. But to producers and to artists and to people who really pay attention to that stuff, you hear it. You know what I mean? Like and he spoke about it before. He's spoken about how Quincy Jones would tell him, don't worry about mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to mess up, leave it like that. You know what I mean? Because like there were certain ways that he would say things, or when you would hear him just like, and you would hear him snap. You know, that was a fucking bad impression. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I know he's laughing at me because of that. You know what I'm saying? He would do shit like that.
You give it a shot, bro.
Like,
Alex is looking at you like, what?
I'm getting down.
Come on. But shit like that, you know what I mean?
It
like,
must have been a trip to be in the studio with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, man. Like, but Quincy Jones would tell him, like, you know what? Like, it's okay. Like, leave it like that. It sounds good like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he picked up off of Quincy Jones. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave my mistakes and just leave them like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of his songs have little tiny mistakes in there.
Yeah.
So
I remember sometime back I used to be into I was a DJ at several clubs, and I ran into
Stilettos.
Actually, no, Fantasies, and no, for real, I used to DJ at Fantasies, and I did Exoticas for a little bit, but that was back when I was chavalon. I didn't have anybody to.
And he still doesn't stop fantasizing.
So yeah, I'm kind of going back to that now, but that's the story for a different podcast, bro. Pero sí, carnal. Pero it was pretty cool because I would run into a lot of music, and I remember one of the DJs that was there. He had a tracks of Michael Jackson, but just his voice, and he would mix it in with different styles, like with hip hop.
Yeah.
I know he did a mix of. There was this jam by Biggie that kind of had the same tempo as Billie Jean. And he would mix it, and it was badass. But the reason I mention it is because when I would listen to the tracks by themselves, I heard a lot of shit that you wouldn't hear on the on the music track.
Like the acapella?
Oh yeah.
Yes, acapellas.
Yeah.
That guy's como este vato, like he was on a different level, man.
Yeah.
And now that you're mentioning that, where they would leave a lot of mistakes, it makes sense because a lot of it seems like, why would he do that? Like, where did that come from? It sounds cool, but you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is, that he was just in the moment. He got too excited, and
it sounded good, so it's like, just leave it in there.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
See, I think so definitely it's amazing how much influence someone like that he has in all genres of music, man. Because I think I don't think there's a bigger reference than Michael Jackson for everybody, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bien loco, man. Oh, yeah, and I asked you about country, but what about your influences for hip-hop, carnal? When you started, who were your influences? Like, who did you gravitate to?
A lot of Texas rap.
Okay.
It was a lot of Texas underground artists. Lil Flip, Slim Thug, Paul Wall.
Where's Little Troy from?
Little Troy's from Houston.
Houston, right?
Yeah.
He's the one with the baller jam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So now el vato is blue collar también ahora.
Órale.
Yeah, he's a safety. He's a
safety
for some big oil company. So
so he's retired from the.
Yeah, I mean he's making more money than what he was doing in the hip hop stuff. So
damn.
Oh yeah.
But I think he only had that big hit, right? That baller
he had 1, 2, maybe 3. Muscle Menos, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean it's like that, man. A lot of people think that, man, you got a couple of hits and you're set for life. And no, like it's.
I mean, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about right here.
Yeah.
Brenda's over here looking at me like, what the hell is he talking?
I mean, if you play it right, if you do the business right, especially nowadays because of streaming, you could live off the music of a few hits. You know what I mean? You just got to do it right.
Yeah.
So
we're doing everything wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there's certain things like with your ASCAP, your BMI, your publishing, getting your songs on TV, movies and stuff like that. Like you could collect a lot of royalties from that shit for years.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
To do all those deals.
Oh yeah.
There was this dude also from Houston, I think. ¿Cómo se iba la canción esa? I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. El que decía Mike Jones.
Oh yeah.
He was from Houston too, right? I mean, he had a.
He was the first one to blow up out of Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was the first big artist to blow up out of Houston.
He was before Little Troy?
You know what? Well, major. He was the first major artist because Little Troy was still big, but he wasn't Mike Jones big the way that Mike Jones did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's the way I remember. He was everywhere, man.
He was everywhere.
Bien cabrón.
He was everywhere.
That jam was, I know for sure, it was pumping everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere you went, any club, estaba pegando un chingos.
Oh yeah.
Órale. So those were the influences where you say more, like, you weren't into like the mainstream hip hop.
Yeah.
Like
I mean every once in a while.
The Tupacs, the NWA.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean everybody would listen to that.
That's like the basics, right?
Yeah.
Of hip hop.
Yeah, but I was more into like underground Texas music, chopped and screwed music and stuff like that back in the day. So yeah, I mean, I still listen to that stuff to this day too. So, and I mean, you'll hear some of the influences in some of the music. So,
está bien, carnal. Oye, and what about your norteño and tejano? I know that's not the music you do, but do you have any influences from that as well?
Not really, man.
No? You never listen, not even listening to it?
All right, we're done with this podcast.
That's like like you just never gravitated to it because I
mean, I'll listen to it.
Yeah,
I'll listen to it,
bro. But you're from Donna, bro. Like what?
So here's the thing. I mean.
Oh yeah, the guy from Westlake over here, right? Like, get out
he's
of
from
here.
Donna. He's from Donna too.
Oh, you're from Donna too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just work in Westlake? Yeah. Or no? How does that work? Oh, you do your podcast at Westlake? Okay, here you go.
No, but you just never gravitated to it. Like as far as to make music with it, maybe to listen to it. But
I mean, to listen to it, yeah, but not really. I mean, I'm open for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open for shit like that. So it's just, but I've never really thought about it. You know what I mean? So.
See, but you gotta be authentic as far as what you do. I mean, and I know for sure we were talking about it last night. We're mainly a cumbia group. That's what we do, cumbias. But we throw in a little norteños once in a while. And we tried one last night, and I was telling our bass player, it's funny how you know, you think it's easy, but you gotta have the touch for it, man. Yeah. We just play it and it just sounds weird. Yeah. You know, we play it the way it's supposed to go, but when you listen to it, there's just something that's off.
You talking about like cumbias?
No, norteño, like playing norteño music, like something from Ramon Ayala, from Invasores, which I like. I mean, I'm a big fan, but musically, it's real hard to execute it and make it sound good for us. You know, you throw some Fito Olivares, some Liberación, Pegaso to us, we can, you know, no problem. You know, we got that. But when it's a different genre like that, it's just you know, it's a little harder to get the feel going. And I imagine that's kind of what you're talking about. You know, you feel more of a you gravitate more to hip hop, to country. So when you want to try to do a different style, that's not your.
It's a little difficult. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
it's just not the what you do.
It doesn't. Well, I'm not gonna say it doesn't feel right. I mean, it just it doesn't sit well, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's important to stick to, you know, what you feel. So definitely, man. No, Shaun, we want to thank you for coming out to the podcast today, man. It was really good to meet you, man. For people that want to follow you on social media, how can they find you, man?
At Shaun Mecca.
Okay.
At Shaun Mecca, www.shaunmecca.com, or my official TikTok, Shaun Mecca 87.
Through a web page too.
We're falling behind, bro.
Damn. .com, bro.
You got merch on there?
I got some merch on there.
Yeah,
I got some merch on
behind.
there.
Yeah, way behind.
Yeah, no, we've been talking about that. Like, we need to get a merch, like a merch store going.
Oh yeah, man.
Know?
Hey, it helps, bro. Yeah. It helps. It's a lot easier for people to find you like that.
Yeah.
So you just say, where can I find you? Oh, you know, here.com. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. And imagine from there's links to where they can go to all your social medias.
Yeah.
All
the platforms. Everything's linked on there. So
yeah. Con madre. No, está bueno, carnal. Pues we wish you the best of luck, man. And I want to leave the door open if you ever want to come back and bring another Michelobes. We're always down, man.
I'll bring more next time.
Yeah. No, está bueno, carnal. Anybody you want to send out shout outs to?
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to TikTok and shout out to everybody.
Everybody helping out. To our buddy Quez, el manager.
El Quezington.
He's doing a lot for you as far as managing.
Yeah. That's the
getting you on the road
right there. Yeah. No, he holds my hand on stage and stuff.
Con madre.
We hold hands.
Handler.
He handles all the groupies.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the one that takes a shot first. See if it's not a.
Actually, that's my primo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My cousin will grow. He'll go and he'll grab the beer or something. And he'll look at it. Yeah, it's good. And he'll fucking drink it.
Fucking guy. You were just supposed to try it, not drink it. No, we want to thank you for coming out today, man. It's been a trip.
Thank you for having me.
Want to invite all our followers and viewers to check out Shaun Mecca's music. Ya vieron, he's on all the platforms. Make sure and go check him out. Give him a follow. Give him a like. We want to thank everybody who tuned in. As always, we want to invite you to check out our social media on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give us a follow, give us a like, and thank you very much. I wish everybody an excellent day and a good evening. Bye-bye.
He said all that in English, too.
I practiced it a lot today. Todo el pinche día.